EU leaders called for an urgent increase in military support for Ukraine, following the summit in Brussels on December 19th. The security of Europe, particularly Ukraine, was a central topic of the meeting. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, who was present in Brussels, thanks partners for their military aid and emphasized Ukraine's need for additional air defense systems. He also expressed support for deploying a peacekeeping contingent in Ukraine to establish a just peace in Europe.
For Europe, it is important to make a significant contribution to ensuring security. We support France's initiative regarding a military contingent in Ukraine within the framework of these guarantees and call on other partners to join these efforts. This will help bring an end to the war. Europe and America can bring the war closer to its conclusion, achieving a fair and reliable peace. However, for the United States to exert maximum pressure, Europe must adopt a clear position. Volodymyr Zelensky, President of Ukraine.
The idea of deploying a military contingent to Ukraine was first proposed by French President Emmanuel Macron in February 2024. Subsequently, Italy, Germany and the Netherlands stated that they were open to participating under certain conditions. According to Ukrainian Ministry of Foreign Affairs spokesperson Georgy Tikhy, discussions among European leaders about deploying peacekeepers are still in early stages.
Серед європейських країн
In addition to France, there are several other European countries expressing readiness. Again, within the framework of France's initiative, we welcome this willingness. As for specific details when and where exactly the contingent might be deployed, it is too early to discuss. This is still a general conversation about the possibility and readiness to take such steps, and we welcome this dialogue. We believe there should be no taboos when it comes to discussing forms of support for Ukraine from our partners. Concrete plans will crystallize later.
One of the driving factors behind the European Union's intensified discussions on the defense is Donald Trump's victory in the US presidential elections. Trump has repeatedly stated that Europe must take greater responsibility of its own security, even suggesting that the US might leave the North Atlantic Alliance. Analysts argue that the prospect of such a withdrawal is already prompting concrete actions from the EU.
If the Americans indeed reduce their presence in NATO, then the European Union will have to take on a significant security boost. This involves entirely different expenses and a transformation, from being primarily an economic bloc to incorporating a security dimension. This transformation is unfolding before our eyes in Europe, which explains these decisions.
Reuters, citing its sources, outlined a potential structure of an EU peacekeeping mission in Ukraine. A mission would likely involve a coalition of 5-8 countries with a total force of approximately 100,000 soldiers. Analysts also believe that the United States could participate indirectly by providing intelligence and other operational support. Reported by Katarina News.